Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 87 of the Strength Hammer podcast. Officially right now, we're the strongest version of this podcast we've ever been. Well, no.
That's right.
I had Ben on. I had Ben Mudge on. I don't know.
Oh, that was definitely the strongest version.
It might be. Now, yeah. Now, if we get you with Ben and I'm not there, that's the strongest.
Maybe humble. I like it.
Gotta be. Around you, you keep me sane. But anyway, as you guys can see, that's not Neil. There's more hair up top, less hair down here. General more handsomeness going on. Yeah, look at that. We have Alex, my dear friend, as my books fall on me down here. Alex, introduce yourself as I fix this.
Hello, everyone. My name is Alex, fit_hammer on Instagram. If some of you know me, I promote fitness and Warhammer.
Like 12 books just fell on off my stand. I don't know how. Sorry.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. The books are good. I'm good. We'll just fix this later.
All right.
But please continue.
But yeah, I promote health and fitness in the Warhammer community. I do monthly free workout programs for those who want free workout programs. I also do like health and fitness coaching for Warhammer nerds. I provide a lot of free content just to people who are starting with their health and fitness journey. Just kind of promoting health and fitness in Warhammer community. And as you like to say, so we could be healthier and live longer to play this game for a longer time.
Heck yeah. I love it. I love the message you bring. I love the community that has formed around all of this. Kudos. Everybody go follow Alex. You probably are already. Most likely. If you're following me, you probably found Alex first at this point. He's crushing the social media. Definitely, because also memes are funny. It's good. And yeah.
Right. Have fun with it too, of course.
Yeah, and there's so much free knowledge folks like you give out there. Not only you also have a business, they can contact you and you can do coaching and all that, but you also provide free knowledge, which is very valuable. So everybody go check that out.
Yeah.
But today, reason Alex is here, there's a couple reasons. The main reason is we're going to talk about our trip to the Arnold Sports Festival. There it is. I don't have mine. It's over there. I wore it earlier today during lifting, so I didn't.
It is a warm day.
Yeah. But we're going to talk about our trip. Because the timing of recording is odd and the back end magic of the internet. There'll either be a vlog out of our trip before this episode or shortly after. Depends on how well I can get the editing done. Excellent. But before we do that, we're doing this reverse because we're going to talk fitness at the end. So we're going to start with some hobby. Alex, tell me, what hobby are you working on, excited for, just general what you're after?
Yeah, of course. Life in general has been relatively busy. So my main hobby has been running and organizing the Realms of Garan, Age of Sigmar campaign. So trying to keep it together. We have, 12 players, I think?
Yeah, I think about 12.
Yeah, 12 players, which is a lot of players, and a lot of people asking questions and rules. So trying to keep that organized, and everybody plays between 1 to 3 games, approximately once a month, and then we gather together and make our moves on a hex campaign. I posted a few pictures of it on my Instagram. I think you posted a few pictures on your Instagram. So if you guys want to check it out, feel free. We're not doing any content with it. We're just having fun with it this year at least. But it's very fun. I've been working on a Slaves to Darkness force for it. I'm very excited for the Darkoth.
Yeah, that's a nice box set. Are you gonna pick up that?
Really cool.
You gonna grab it?
Yeah. I was thinking what's the next thing I should add, because I have a bunch of Chaos Warriors and Knights, and it's kind of my main force. But I was thinking what else should I add? What kind of war bands? So that could be an easy pick for me.
Yep.
I'm also working on Lord of the Rings Moria warband.
Heck yeah.
They are ready to be painted. They are built, primed, based, and zenithal primed. I just need to actually start painting it. And
Honestly, isn't that the best part of a project when it's just sitting there waiting and like you have it planned out, you have it built, you have it kit bashed, it's just
mhm,
primed and waiting for you to put in that final like fun effort. Isn't that a good
yeah,
feeling?
it is a good feeling. I'm actually very excited to get it done and start playing some games with you and our local friend Ben here and Matt whenever he makes it over.
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yep.
Uh,
How about you?
well, besides throwing those Lord of the Ring books on the floor right now, because that's the ones that fell, as well as my Cities of Sigmar, which I am playing in the Gyran campaign. That's what's on the ground right
Are
now.
you? Are you playing
I,
Cities of Sigmar?
I am. That is the army I have chosen.
Okay.
This coming month, month of March, we're going to actually be having that day on my birthday. So I
Hmm.
might take one day where I switch, and I'd be like, hey, you know
Hmm.
what? Terathi owed me a favor. Birthday, the Daughters Kane come out, and then
Okay.
and then I'll figure it out. I'll talk to you on the side to be like, okay, tell you what, I'm gonna do what I do. If I crush my opponent with this bullcrap of Daughters of Cain, which I doubt, like, then I'll be like, hey, you tell me what glory points I earned.
Sure,
Um,
sure, sure.
if I don't and I get destroyed, I'm taking every point I can get. And I might ally in one of my city's art units to a force I'm bringing to let them be able to at least earn the veteran status. Because obviously my Daughters Kane, they can earn the veteran status, but it's like I mean meaningless because they're going away after this.
Not going to be very helpful
Yeah.
long term. Yeah.
So they might come out for a quick show, and if I like it, and Crethusa continues to steal my heart with Moray Hag, then we'll see. We'll see. But for right now, it's just going to be a one-time thing to
Okay.
you
All
know.
right. I was wondering what you're doing, and I was gonna let you do it.
I mean,
But
I know everybody would. Everybody's used to it at this point. Everyone like when I was like, I'm bringing all of my 2,000 point cities. You guys can't stop me. I spent the points on it or the glory points. You're like, that's cheating. And as soon as I said I'm gonna bring Daughters and Kane instead, all of you were like, well, it's about time. So I'm
yeah.
like, I guess I'm allowed, but um, if I did swap to Dodge Gain, it would be a slow rollout. I
Sure,
promise you, like
sure.
over the time, and eventually it would just be a takeover. It wouldn't be just like a swap, but we'll see. We'll see. Um, my hobby, I also painted up some Lord of the
You have
Rings.
fun with it. The goal here is not to
Well, it's hard because like
win.
I love Daughters of Cain, but the city's army was so fun to build and paint, and it looks so good. I'm just so terrible
Yeah.
with it.
Right. Right.
It's a me thing. But
Yeah.
now, what if I took Daughters of Cain and allied them in and started painting on the map? No, maybe we'll see. Actually,
More witch elves. More witch
more witch
elves.
elves. Can't have enough. Um, Painting though, I recently did paint up some Rivendell Knights for Lord of the Rings because when I picked up those books that are on the ground right now is because you're getting excited for it and you're closer than Matt. So I was like, let me buy the books so we can play. And I picked up the Knights because I didn't have them, so that was super fun. I also painted up a quick Archon conversion using the Warhammer Plus vampire miniature
Sure.
because GW can't write Drukhari rules, so they kept dropping the price to the point when I went from 2,300 points of Drukhari at the start of this edition to 1,900. So I needed to add a quick 100, so hero it was. Yeah, I'm calling you out, Games Workshop. Write better rules for that army, please. Please. And then I'm currently working on my fours bet, which if you have to. Oh, Alex just dropped for some reason. We will have to add him back in a second. But for my uh, fours bet, Dave Roke. Hey, he's back. He's
Woo!
back. He's back. I knew he'd be back. He's capable. He's younger than Neo. He can figure this stuff
I
out.
got bored. Sorry, guys. Just want to take a little break.
That's okay. It's okay. Um, so I owed Dave Roke of our club because of a
That's
fours bet.
right.
I owed him a completed painted army that he would send me. He sent me wood elves. Most of it's behind me right now. It's actually mostly trees and dryads, so it's gonna be fairly
Oh,
quick.
you'll get it done before the event.
I have like 55 of the models like almost done back behind me, and it took like
You're a
a day and a
monster.
half. It's so easy, but that's the current, and then the goal after that is to start painting my high elves for um, the old
Mm,
world, and to just go from there. So that's what I got
absolutely.
unlocked. But we also have to mention real quick, Alex, because we're both excited for Stormcast always. Stormcast strong,
Sure,
nice
of course.
reforged bodies. But I know
That's right. Only
you
the faithful.
absolutely. But I know
Yeah.
you're a big Skaven fan.
The rats. Yeah, the supreme race.
Yep. I mean, we saw a little early leaked sprue of some War Machine. We don't know what
Hmm.
it's from, But then we just
Mhm.
saw a trailer teaser recently for Age of Sigmar,
That's right.
and we think it heralds a new edition because that's the timing of the company.
That's right.
You want to talk about that little trailer that everyone should go see about Sigmar has lied?
Sigmar has lied. So, because Skaven don't lie. So Sigmar has lied
Skaven
about
lie
something.
lie.
Skaven lie, which double positive is a double negative is a positive. So that
Yeah,
means they don't.
exactly.
Right, right. But no, I mean, I was actually talking with our mutual friend Ben locally here about what that could mean, and I mean, we had a good conversation, and we're thinking that maybe Sigmar has lied about Azir being uncorruptible, right?
Yeah, I
And
mean, we saw
sure,
we saw those hints in the very first Realm Gate
that's right.
Wars, where at the very end there's a little bit of a Skaven. He's still there. The Gnawholes can go there.
Not holes can well not hole.
He can't. And in that video, you hear some bells tolling, which is
Hmm.
a big Skaven thing. I mean, bells are bells, but
Bells are
as
bells, but why would you put the bells intentionally, right?
especially if you listen very closely, when those bells start tolling, you hear rat squeaks. Not necessarily Skaven, but you hear rat
Uh,
squeaks.
which is also like a little on the nose, right?
Yeah, it's we got you, we got you. So
On the pointy rat nose.
I like that. That's a good call out. I was wondering about the Sigmar lied thing, but that callback to the very start of this whole game, that's a good thought process you and Ben had
Yeah,
there.
yeah, and it'll be very exciting because hopefully, new edition, not hopefully, it will have a new starter box. And why would Sigmar and Skaven fight? I mean, they fight anytime, but
Sure.
why would an epic battle occur where a whole storm host would find Skaven? And invasion of Azir definitely sounds like a good idea to me.
That would be a pretty epic idea.
Yep.
I hope so. I hope so. It'd be fun to see. I mean, we're gonna get a Adepticon reveal show next week, actually.
Yeah, very soon.
Yeah, so
Very soon.
you'll see that'll be on a Wednesday. So actually, me and Neil will cover that, and maybe me and Alex a little bit, depending on how this new format works out that we're going to talk about.
Yep.
Um, we'll discuss about that here in the future. At the very least, you can expect a quick video from me after it's all released. Last time I did one, it was Smash or Pass. When I smash or pass those
I
models.
remember that.
This
That's
time,
pretty
I
fun.
think it's going to be, I'm feeling good after the Arnold. I'm going to be, can I bench press more than that model?
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
That is
that's how I'm going
hilarious.
to judge these models going forward.
That is awesome. Oh, please let me be on that show. Oh, that
Okay,
sounds
all
awesome.
right, we can wait for it. Those are quick ones. They're fun. They're easy. It's
No,
just,
no,
it's
no, no,
just
of
boom, boom,
course.
boom, knock them out. But
Like I can already imagine like just like that. Don't think I can bench more than that regular human over there.
I can get the human. If it's a Stormcast, I'm in trouble.
Oh yeah,
We
yeah. I
got
don't think I can bench it in any
Yeah, I
Stormcast.
hope they show lots of Skaven, so I feel good about myself. Same.
Oh yeah, Skaven, Skaven Clan Rat, Skaven Engineer. Like yeah, I can bench more
Yeah,
than
I
them.
get bench more of them. Then they show
Yeah.
like freaking Archeon. I'm like, no, can't,
No, I
no.
don't think so. I think
But
so.
anyway, that's the hobby. That's a good hobby segment.
Great.
And then oh yeah, I'm playing Old World. A lot of Old World shirts right here. Anyway, um, let's talk about the Arnold.
Woo! Arnold.
Heck yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
Well done.
Well done.
That's an inside joke you won't hear about ever again. Um,
Nope.
but yes, so Alex, you and I, we've been lifting. I mean, I've been going what 7 to 8 years now. I think you're 5 or 6. Like
Yeah, I
really
mean, like
consistently, like focused, like
seriously, I would say,
yeah,
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 seriously, 5 or 6. I mean, both of us were training. Like I was training since middle school, lifting weights, right?
yeah. We all did stuff in
But
high school, college.
actual good programming, probably 5 or 6 years.
Yeah, paying attention to sleep, eat, lifting.
Right, right, right. Not
As
being just like an idiot throwing weights around.
yes, man, I miss being needed throwing weights around in college.
It is
Anyway,
fun. It is fun, but not very effective.
right. And neither one of us ever went to the Arnold Sports Festival
No,
over in
no.
Columbus, despite the fact that we live near Pittsburgh and it's only three and a half
This
hours away.
I haven't. Yeah, it's.
I
Can't
know.
believe it's the first time we actually went.
Yeah, and like we follow and consume fitness content. You definitely more than me, at different levels. Now, more of the fitness people I followed were there, oddly enough, than the fitness people I think you follow.
Yeah,
You're
I
more
mean,
science based. I'm more entertainment based. I think on the
sure.
company.
Yeah, yeah, maybe, maybe.
But we went.
Yes, we did it.
We committed months ago. Then we forgot about it till like 3 weeks beforehand.
It's
Got
hilarious.
got a decent. The hotel was nice.
Really wasn't too bad. Like 10 minutes away.
Yeah, it was very reasonably priced.
Mhm.
It we booked the hotel. We both got the VIP package, and we went
Mhm.
for all 4 days and had an absolute
Oh my-
blast.
It was awesome. It
Yes.
was exceeded all my expectations.
Yeah, exactly. And like we were excited for it too. Like it was just like let's see what happens.
Mhm.
So yeah, kick us off. So like thoughts going into it. We're driving out. Obviously, you'll see more
Yes.
on this on the vlog, but like where do you want to start? Like obviously that first day was a little bit slower because it's not a full day of the con.
Right. That said, the first day was definitely one of my highlights, though,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm sure it's the same for you.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, let's go ahead and talk. Go ahead and talk about it. So we met, we drove. That's the boring part. It was very enjoyable drive, very quick because we were excited to get there.
Yep.
Signed in, checked in. There was pretty much nothing going on the first day. Just kind
Some
of explored the
some
venue.
collegiate Olympic lifts that we watched for a little bit.
Yeah, I think there was also amateur bodybuilding.
Yes, yes. We didn't get a chance to watch any bodybuilding, sadly.
No, not at all. Yeah, but that was great. The one thing we did do is we did kind of were talking about, well, while we're here, we could as well work out. We checked out our hotel gym, and it had 6 treadmills,
Yes. Yep.
right?
It was a hotel
Two of them
gym.
were functional, and I think they had a couple dumbbells, but they didn't have
Yeah.
a whole lot of equipment. So we're like, okay, let's explore the local gyms, see what they have available,
And
see
we're
what the
we're sitting
price.
there eating like this delicious ramen
Right.
restaurant, just like, and we had passed a gym called the Pros Gym,
That's right.
and like we thought about it, we're like, okay, but let's look elsewhere. Let's just double check.
Yeah. Yeah, see what's close by, see what's close to the hotel. We were smart enough, based on my idea, to bring all our bags into hotel to leave our gym bags in the
Yes.
hotel. So I didn't have those with us, so it's not very convenient. But yeah, we talked about Pros Gym, and honestly, we looked at all the different options, and eventually, you convinced me, like, hey, we're here, let's enjoy it. Pros Gym is a bit on the pricier side,
Yep.
but
I
let's go
mean,
ahead and get it done.
yeah, it's just like looking at the just the gyms around. Like all the equipment was fun at the Pros Gym. There was a nice vibe to it. It was like that classic powerlifting, bodybuilding style feeling,
Hmm.
and it's like, okay, yeah, it was. To be fair, it was $80 for 4 days.
Right,
So $20 a
right,
day. So we're like, can we get? Because that's 4 days in a row lifting. Can we
right,
get $80 worth? And it was just like, yeah.
right,
I looked at that and I said, this has to be the place. This has to be one of the
right.
places. Let's just do it. And you're like, you know what? I trust you. Let's go.
Yep, yep.
So we stopped in, verified the price, got the links to sign up, went back to the hotel, signed up, which there were some issues,
Worked on them.
technical glitches, but like they were resolved very easily.
Right.
Um, and yeah, we went back and we walked in, and like the vibe was just insane.
Immaculate.
It is
Immaculate.
it is one of like there's a couple gyms because like looking at people I follow that were there, there's a couple gyms that people go to, and this
Hmm.
is in the top three.
Hmm.
It's very much
Makes
dependent on the person, I think, style.
sure.
But that first night, we're not working out with, but someone else is in the room, and it was exciting.
Somebody very special who's had a big influence on a lot of people's fitness journeys.
Yes, and I should be ready to get the pictures up here. Let me.
All right, all right.
Well,
The
so
suspense.
so first picture up. There's me and Alex in front of the Arnold statue. So I try and oh boy, I need to get a second monitor. That's all I gotta say here. So I figure this out. In front of the Arnold statue, boom. But who do we meet at the Pros Gym in Columbus? The one and only, the King, Ronnie Coleman.
Ronnie Coleman.
Yep. I mean, he was working out there. We were there for 3 hours. Like we weren't working out
For a
solid three
long
hours.
time. We were
Yeah,
there
we
for a long time.
started in the powerlifting section at the bottom. Alex just dropped again. I wonder if this is me or if that's him. It's not that big a deal. Yeah, we'll go back to a picture of me and Ronnie Coleman. But yeah, as we're he's back again. Um, as we're it's
Me,
okay.
man. Keep losing me. My bad.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm not sure if it's me or you, but we'll get through it. Um, so we notice as we're working out, it's Ronnie Coleman, and
It was crazy.
he's
It was
doing his
crazy.
sets, and
Yep.
and people, he's just working. People let him work. You get the fist bumps here and there.
That's right. That's right.
But yeah,
Pretty surreal. Pretty surreal.
pretty
You're working
surreal.
out close to and walking by Ronnie Coleman.
Yep. And every once in a while I hear him they shout out a little lightweight baby. But yeah, it was just a surreal experience, And while we were there, as we're meeting Ronnie Coleman, Pros Gym, you and I were just like, chest. Even though I did chest earlier that week, I should
Yep.
say this too, going into this. I had one goal this week, throughout the whole week. It wasn't necessarily at the Arnold, but my goal was to make
Right.
sure I
Right.
bench 225 for reps, squat 315 for reps, and deadlift 405 for reps. That to
Right.
me, that's kind of like where my baseline strength is, that I can hit that at any time. I was feeling good. So you're like, let's hit
Right.
chest. I'm like, well, I hit chest on Monday. It's Thursday.
Good.
Whatever.
Let's
Let's
get it
go.
done. Yeah. Should be enough rest.
Oh, that's wrong. Yep. Boom, boom, boom. And it's back to us. Got it.
Excellent.
So yeah, let's we start at the powerlifting in the bottom.
That's
And
right.
there's a nice old classic squat rack. One that you don't see around too often.
Very classic.
I'm like,
All the plates are mismatched.
oh yeah, it's driving Alex mad. I can load four or like 95
Yeah.
pounds on
No,
one
it was
side
so
of completely
frustrating.
different weights and sizes and shapes to the other side. It doesn't bother me at all. I know Alex does bother you. That's fine. It's different strokes, different folks. But we're in there, we're lifting. I said, let's squat. You weren't gonna go too heavy, but then I did, and then you're like, I have to. So, we hit that 315 for some reps. I think it was for three. I think we did
Right.
335 for two or three too. Like did we go up to that high?
Yeah, I think I went a little heavier. Went a
Yeah,
little heavier.
not too much, but
Not too bad. Not too bad at all.
energy was good. And then Alex drops once again. It's okay. It's okay. He'll be back in a second. After we do those little legs, and see, he's back. He's right on cue. I was talking legs and he left, and I said, you know what? And we went upstairs to chest. Alex came right back on.
Yeah, we didn't do deadlifts that day. We took it
No,
easy.
no, we just did squats and bench press. But we go upstairs to the chest, and I'm like, Alex, chest is your jam more than me.
Right.
You lead.
Right.
So you started taking us around machines. So give us your thoughts.
Well, we I think we did leg press for a little bit as well.
Oh, it's right. We
We
did
did
those
leg
leg
press
press.
first,
Yeah.
and there was a very nice leg press machine. And after that, I believe we did some. Did we do some back work that day?
I think
Those were. Was that
we might have done
the?
like one. It wasn't like heavy. That was the next.
Yeah,
That was the
I
next
think we
day.
did. We maybe did one back exercise, and then we're like, let's do bench. Let's do bench. I always do chest, and I looked around some machines. It was a pretty packed day. Like, let's
Yes.
just do bench press. Let's just do bench press. I didn't have any goals to bench super heavy. Wanted to get to a relatively comfortable weight, right?
But meanwhile, there's
And you
still
were
only
when
like what, two or three benches in this place, and we took the
right,
powerlifting one. So like
right,
you're kind of
yes,
we're it's not center of attention, but like everybody like at a glance is gonna see. We know Ronnie
right,
Coleman was looking at us.
right. He was, I think, on the treadmill
He
upstairs.
was upstairs. Yeah, he was crushing the.
Maybe, yeah. But yes, we did that. The powerlifting setup was awesome, by the way.
Yeah,
If I
that
could
bench.
bench on that every time I bench, I would be a happy man.
Yes.
We did that. We just slowly warmed me up. No expectations. Slowly warming up. Uh, you know, I'm doing more of a bodybuilding style program with very little free weight work, so like barbell work.
Yep.
So I've not done bench press for 3 or 4 weeks, not a very long time, but haven't done proper bench press for a little bit. You have not been training like for
Yeah,
low
I'm
rep.
I'm doing kind of like a basic bro workout. Like I'm doing the three movements every week, but I'm not
Right.
pushing. Like 225,
Right.
235 at most is like where I'm good.
Right. Like we're still both consistent, but we're not necessarily training for one rep maxes or anything like that.
Right.
And yet,
And yet,
what do we end up doing?
well, this is thanks to you. So you're like every time we finished, we were doing sets. Like I hit that 225 again. You're like, cool. And you started throwing more weight on it. He's like, Chuck, what do you want? I'm
Well,
like, okay, let's do 235, 245. And
yep.
I worked up to what, 265 for a
I think it
single?
was to
Yeah, I think it was
65. Yeah.
265,
Hmm.
which is more than I expected to bench press on
Ever.
any
Yeah.
given day. Yeah, like 225 I thought was like amazing still. And I'm like, oh, here I am, 40
Mhm.
pounds above that. The first time in my life going, man, 315, it
Not
can
that far.
happen. It can happen.
Not,
I keep
yeah.
pushing. And then
Right.
you who are, you're solid at bench. Like you were just predisposed to be good at bench.
Sure.
Continued on.
Yeah. But I mean, it wasn't that much further. It was only 280.
Yeah,
It wasn't that much for
I pushed to
five.
270 and I failed. I think you showed me a little bit of a
Right,
form thing, so I'm going to keep working on the form a little bit because I might be able to get 270 if I really push. But
right.
yeah, you crushed 280, and boy, did it fly up.
Yeah. It was funny because when I said it on the video that I have taken it, I got it off the hooks and then I was unstable, so I put it back on the hooks,
Yeah,
reset, took it off the hooks again, and it moved pretty good.
yeah.
So it felt pretty nice. So 35 pounds away from right 315,
Yeah.
which is not that much weight. So eventually,
It's
that's the goal.
it's a lot for a bench,
A
but
lot for a bench.
it's within reach. Like I said, my goal right now, like I still want to push the deadlift 500, but you know, I'm about to get a little bit older here. And I'm like, I'm gonna bench 315
Sure.
by the time I'm 40. That's the goal. That's like a
Yeah.
side goal. I'm just gonna keep pushing that.
Cool. I love it. And the thing is, like, you can, like, and the cool thing is, like, you can progress with strength for a very long time,
Yeah.
right? Men in their 50s progress with strength, continue to progress with strength,
Oh yeah.
who have been working out for decades, right? So, like, if you do things right and stay healthy and safe, you can progress and you'll keep progressing.
Well, I'm
And
just
same, I'm
gonna
encouraged that as well.
I say I'm just gonna use my old age and go in and be like, I need some TRT replacement, please, and
Yeah, honestly,
just go for
you can.
405. Let's go. Yeah, I mean, you and I are hitting, and like, was I also hit before that? I hit 225 for five, which was a PR for that because
Yes,
I've never done it more than three, and I was like for five, and even
yes,
you were just like, maybe you might have six. I'm like, I know, but I feel good. Let's keep going.
right, right.
So yeah, like
Yeah, the
we
25 for five is very impressive, and then that's why I could just keep going up. Like you did a pretty heavy weight for 5 reps. You could throw another 30 pounds in it, and 30,
yeah
40 pounds in it, be okay.
yeah,
So
and it's I mean I did bench today, and it was just a home workout, but I did 225 for two, and I was just like, I'll do it for two more. I'll do it for two. Like it was
all
just like
right,
it was a yeah top sets just for two. Like I wasn't going crazy, but like yeah, I was like, oh, this is still pretty good. I love it.
why not? Excellent.
But I think that kind of wraps up the first day.
This first day, the shortest day of the event,
Yep,
was good.
first day. And
Yep.
then we wake up bright and early. Which, oh, by the way, this is the best part of this event. You work. We eat fairly well. We had some bad stuff.
Yes.
We
Yes.
go to bed early. We wake up
Yes.
early, and then we go just to consume caffeine and protein, which is what we're about to start. Which is the
It was
best part
hilarious.
about this. Like there was zero hangovers in any. This is so different from a
Oh my
Warhammer
goodness.
event. No hangovers.
Yeah.
No bad feel bads about anything. Like oh, I missed that weight. Okay, who cares? You got
Right.
this weight. That's good job. Let's go. Like
Right.
no like losses. We weren't worried about any of that.
Right. The best part about traveling with you is I always get good sleep because like I didn't sleep to function well. I'm like, great. I love that.
Well, I was smart enough this time to buy two beds. Usually,
That's
like when we went to Canada, we had like one king.
yeah,
Now we at
that's
least had our own
hilarious.
bed, so it made it even easier.
Right.
So
Chuck, what are you trying to say? What are you trying to do here?
what I'm saying is, we wake each other up because our sleep cycles aren't in line if
Right.
we move into
Right.
bed. But
Right. Right.
so yeah, so we head out the next day. We were just
Yes.
ab-libbing it for breakfast. We get parked. We park by the pros gym because we know we're going there after the
Right.
fact.
Right.
Find this nice little place for breakfast. You know what?
Mhm.
I think I got a picture here. Tell me about the breakfast there, Alex.
Breakfast was good. It was nothing particularly special, but it was also not bad in any way. Coffee was good. It was very filling. I got a sandwich. You got a breakfast platter. It was fueling enough to get us through a number of hours at Arnold.
Yeah, and actually I didn't take a picture of that, but I did just see we did a lot more lats than I realized that Monday before the bench, by the way.
Oh yeah,
We did a
yeah,
lot more than I realized. I'm sorry, I got that
yes.
wrong,
We
but
were pretty gassed. We were pretty
yes.
gassed.
But yeah, that breakfast was good. Like we went different options. I took like the hash browns and
Mhm.
toast and eggs and stuff, and boy, this keep me full for quite a
Yeah,
while.
it was decent. It was decent.
It was good.
But yeah, went to the event. And I think we just went through and walked around the expo for a while.
Yeah, because since we had the VIP deluxe, whatever you want to call it, we got in an hour early. So we just
Which was
walked in, skipped the line.
yes. I didn't expect those lines to be so long, honestly.
Yeah, we're
I
always
was
buying that.
There were a lot of lines.
But we go in and I forget, we just start attacking. Like let's go down this aisle, let's go down this aisle.
Yeah.
We're let's see the places we can. And then and the night before we went out and bought water, which is needed. Um Protein bar. You bought the protein bars and like protein
Right.
shakes very graciously. And then we realized that that was a mistake. You don't need to buy. You just buy water going to this event.
Just water. You need water. There's not a lot of water. Water in the event costs like $8. But outside of water, if you're worried about protein bars or energy drinks, that's a mistake.
People are
That's
just
some money not well spent.
people are giving you samples or just giving away the full thing just to try.
Oh yeah, there's so much of it. We
So
were
much.
so caffeinated. We
Yeah.
were so caffeinated.
Yeah, absolutely. It was great.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I think that one of the quick highlights. So there was this one booth, Pro Sups.
Mhm.
We walked
Oh
up.
yes.
There was a wheel to spin,
Uh-huh.
and it was like 50% off, 75% off, free protein bar. Try again, like the usual stuff.
Right, right, right,
And I'm not sure if people were. It was really fun. People were like getting a lot like half off, so like they were actually changing
right,
it real quick. Like, okay, maybe there's too many of these on here.
right, right, right.
I think I walk up, I spin it, and it lands on 75% off. And I was just like, oh, I wasn't
That's
expecting to
nice.
spend money yet.
Right.
Then I look over at their sheet, and they had this, protein powder. It's normally 80. It's on sale for 40. I'm like, can I get the 75% off for that? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, okay, give me that creatine because they're actually the creatine brand I used. Just the creatine
Oh no way! I
100.
didn't know. I didn't
Yeah,
realize
because
that.
I
That's
had
cool.
some in the pantry at home because I can buy it at my local
Oh,
store.
great.
And I didn't realize that this is 5 pounds of whey protein.
I thought it was a small container. It was like a
It
big,
was
big.
I'm like set for like 4 or 5 months. It's
Yeah,
great. And
it's
I
a big
paid
time.
$15 for that in creatine. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh God.
awesome.
Meanwhile, it's 9 a.m. I got to carry this thing around half the day, but
It was awesome because everything was well, most things were inexpensive, right?
yes, on
And
sales. Yeah.
on sale, right, right, right. And but because we were buying so much stuff, we still ended up spending a lot of money.
Yeah, I mean, what was it that Genius? What's that protein bars we were buying? The really tasty ones, Genius Kitchen or something.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't remember the name. I literally just had two of them. They literally are like not as good, but almost as good as Rice Krispie treats to me.
To me, I haven't had Rice Krispie treats in a while, so they are just as
Okay,
good. But
fair enough.
it's like 100 calories, 10 grams of protein. Like
And
it was,
they were cheap.
they were
They were selling
cheap.
for $10, $10 for 10 bars. And at the end of the event, they were selling $5 for 10 bars.
I
It
know
was really
yeah. If you're going to Arnold, wait till the last day to buy everything.
wait till the last day, unless you have really good deals like 75% off.
Yeah,
But
then
other
buy right away. But
than that,
boy, actually, we're almost out of that bar, and I told my wife to save the boxes because she was eating the vanilla ones, I was eating the peanut butter ones.
that's
We're buying more. They got us hooked, so they made their money
I think I
back.
got like 8 or 9 boxes, so I should be good for at least a month.
I was eating like 2 a day there for a couple days. I'm like,
Yeah, that's
stop,
fair.
like just go eat
That's
some beef or
fair. I mean,
something.
it's only 100 calories, 20 grams of protein, so it's really not
I
bad,
mean, yeah, it fits the macros quite well.
right?
But yeah, other than that, and it's we'll probably talk about the rest of the people we met maybe at the end because I got more pictures.
Sure,
Um,
sure.
not, but yeah, well, but generally speaking, the event hall was huge.
Right.
Like,
It was. I did not expect that to be that big.
right, you were tackling challenges left and right for free stuff.
The first day, I was so excited. I was like on energy drinks. I'm like, let's go, let's
And
do
I'm
this.
I'm falling around like I was your mom because he's like, I want to do
Yeah,
this push up challenge. I want to do this pull up challenge. I want to do this I'm like, go
yeah,
ahead, honey. All right, go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm just.
I got 2 bottles. I got a towel and a free shirt.
You did.
Two, one free shirt, one free shirt.
Yep. And you
I'll take
got,
it.
let's see, out of the due to not due to you, due to the challenge itself, you did about 40 push-ups in one of those challenges. I know you counted to 80, but you and I both know it was about half reps because
Well, I think
apparently
I
the
did
apparently
zero actual push-ups.
that's true.
I mean,
Apparently the
if we're honest, I did zero regular push-ups, but they wanted you to do 100 push-ups in a no 100 push-ups in a
in a
minute was the goal.
minute that was the goal. Apparently the Columbus Police Force have zero chest pressing capability. They're just all like baby triceps. Like that's their
Yeah,
standard. So I'm just saying if you need to,
he was counting. He was counting. I'm like, and I asked,
I'm
should they
not
be
calling
good
calling
reps?
you out. I'm calling the
Yeah, yeah,
Columbus
yeah, yeah.
Police Force
I looked
out.
at the video you took. I'm like, it was like, it
Yeah,
was
it's
pretty
so
horrible.
silly. Your wall
Um,
crawl was amazing. The up and
that was
over,
fun.
that was pretty
That was,
cool.
yeah. The pull-ups were okay. Pull-ups were good.
Yeah, pull-ups are good. Pull-ups are good.
Yeah.
I mean, you impressed a Marine a little bit,
Yeah, it was cool.
which is really funny because they're trying to recruit you too. So at the end, you're just like, "Hey, do you want to
Right.
recruit?" And like, no,
I'm like, I have a career. I'm sorry. I
yeah,
appreciate that. Appreciate
I'm
the
not
support.
here because I'm looking to join the military.
Right.
I'm here
Right. Right.
because I like to lift things.
Right. Yeah, but I'm sure somebody. There were a lot of young guys who were just
Oh,
working
sure.
out under the path in life. I'm sure they got a couple of them on the right track, maybe.
Absolutely. And yeah,
Yep.
absolutely. I support the military and the police force, but Columbus Police Force, could you please improve your push-up standards? That's all I'm asking.
Yeah, lower the number of push-ups you do in a minute, but make sure they're good full lockout push-ups.
Yes.
Then go ahead.
Yes. I mean, hey, the Marines and the Air Force, I mean, they were making sure the standards were correct. The standard was the
Oh my
standard. So,
goodness, yeah,
hey,
they
we're
were
good.
full lockout. They were like go lockout all the way,
Yep.
pull up, pull lockout, pull up. That was good.
But yeah, any thoughts from the first day? Because we did do something else that day. We'll talk about here in a
Yeah.
second.
Yes.
From the expo.
The day at the actual expo, yeah, it was great. We got to meet a few cool people.
Hmm.
We'll talk about them at the end, like you said. But it was a good day. It was exciting,
Yeah.
slightly overwhelming because we were like, "Holy crap, there's a lot of stuff." But overall, very exciting, very high energy. You didn't even you need the energy drinks, but because you have the energy drinks, you're even higher energy.
Right. And since my favorite energy drink, I don't drink them often, but my favorite is Rain, and they're a big
Yeah.
sponsor. So like I was like, hey, like every time, like every 5 minutes, Alex is like, "What's up?" I'm like, "Oh, we go to Rain booth. Just put one in the
Yeah, we
bag,
got like
drink one."
10 rains a day. I don't know. We got a lot of rains.
Yeah. I had to stop myself when we got back actually, because I'm just like 2 cups of coffee, and like after I'm like, I should get no, I don't need it.
Take a break from caffeine. Take a break from
I'm
caffeine.
just yeah, take a break. Back to
Yep.
normal.
Yes, yes,
But
yes.
yeah, during the afternoon, we watched the Arnold Strong Woman and Strong Man Classic.
Yep. That was excellent.
Yes.
That was the energy I came there for.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, uh, we both had strongmen that like we follow.
Yep.
I follow. I mean, we follow all of them, but like we each were like, okay, let's
Let's
put some
pick one.
wager.
Let's pick one.
I went with
Right.
Martin Lisi's the Dragon.
Yep.
He's a showman. He's good.
Yep.
I was curious to see what he could do. And who'd you
Yep.
go with?
Mateusz Kaliskowski,
Yes, the
the,
great
the
Polish
representative
machine.
from Poland. That's
Mhm.
right.
And
Polish machine.
the most manly man I've seen ever.
Oh yeah, he's so humble.
Yeah.
Like that's the part of like he's super strong, but he's so humble.
Well,
Like
it's interesting because like I like Martin because he's a showman. Like
right, right,
you do
right.
too, but we also like Mateus because he's not the showman.
He's
Like
not the showman.
after he did like
He's
this
just
incredible feat on the second day, it was just like that was heavy. That was his like.
yeah,
Okay, you're right. That
that's
was
his
very
response.
heavy.
Yep, yep,
But
that's
we
it.
decided to bet
And then
a
and
meal on
then
that. Yeah.
and he's like he broke a world record, which was then broken 2 more times.
Yeah.
He broke a world
Of
record.
the I don't. We gotta make sure we say this right. It's not just the Dinny stones. It's the Dinny Rogue stones because they're slightly different in shape and
Yep,
weight. They're close, but they're their
yep,
own thing.
that's right, that's right. And he broke the record for the furthest distance. Now there's a distance to cross the line, but nobody ever crossed the
Well,
line,
you're
right?
apparently it's cross the line and back,
Oh,
and
is it?
yeah, and
Okay,
it was like 50 meters one way. The
right.
world record going into this event was 31.7 meters.
Right. And he beat that.
Yep.
And then when they asked him how is he feeling, he's like, next time, cross the line.
Yeah.
It was
And then we
awesome.
watched like 4 more athletes come out and just crush it.
That was ridiculous.
I
But
mean,
also that said, now they had a line to beat, right? So if Mateus had a goal with seeing the line to beat, he might have pushed out a few more steps. I'm just saying.
right? I mean, for sure. It's whenever you and I are working out, and it's just like you do
Yep.
one more rep than me. I'm like, you motherfucker, here we go.
Yep. 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 But also that's where the deadlift was the first event, and
It's his weakest. He knows that.
he is the weakest, so he had to go first or closer to the beginning of the line, which makes sense.
Yep.
Yep.
But yeah, and Martins was doing okay. I think at the end of that first day, which the final event was the frame carry,
Yes.
which Mateus
Yep.
did well in that. Martins did okay. I think we were
Yes.
tied on points as far as our choices.
Yes, because Martins, I believe, also crossed the line,
He
got
did.
to the top.
He did. I
Yeah.
think Mateus was just quicker than him on it.
Right.
Yeah,
Right. But
Martins has
I
a
believe they were tied.
yeah, they were tied. Martins has incredible
That-
grip. So,
Right.
and of
A lot
course,
of the events, a lot of the events. I mean, pretty much all but one event of the Arnold Strongman for men was in Mateus' favor, I would say.
yeah. I mean, the Arnold Classic is traditionally a heavy show for a strongman event. And that Mateus, like I said, outside of the deadlift, he's really fucking strong. So
Right.
he was in
Yep.
good place to be. And he was always kind
Mhm.
of like always the bridesmaid type thing. Like, so it's good to see it. Like
Right.
he can hit the podium. He just never really like fully won the stuff.
Right.
But also we should shout out, this was the first strongman event with the return of Hafthor Bjornsson, the Mountain,
Yes.
which
Four
was,
years out.
I mean, no one was cheering against the man. Like even he, spoilers for this, he took fourth overall,
Right.
and his post came out. He says, "I am thrilled. I took
Right.
4 years off, came back and got fourth. I am thrilled with where
Right.
I'm at. I did not expect to even touch that." So
Right.
it's great to see. It was fun to watch him, like the first event being the deadlift, and he crushes it. Watching
Oh
him
my goodness.
deadlift over 1,000 pounds. I
It
don't know if I'll
was.
be
It
smart enough.
moved so quick. It moved so quick too.
Yeah, it will be
That's like,
in the vlog, not in this, because editing is hard with
sure.
podcasts. But
Yeah.
so great to see.
It was awesome. The energy was this like I literally lost my voice coming back
Yeah.
because we were yelling at the top of our lungs. Because like you yell and you cheer, but eventually when something really, really exciting happening, you just yell at the top of your lungs, like,
Right.
yes, let's go.
Right. And then also, not to be remiss, there was also the Strong Woman Classic going on, which was
Yes, of
similar
course.
events to the men's, obviously different weights, but
Hmm.
it was phenomenal. Now, I've followed a bunch of strong women athletes for quite a while. You have not,
Hmm.
which is fine.
No,
Um,
right.
so you found one of them that you're into. You chose the winner. You're pretty.
Yes, I did. I
You
did
did.
choose the winner.
Yeah. You just
But I chose before she won.
you did. It's like for I was like, come on, like no, it's fun. Like I have a few I follow, like Sam Bellevue, Melissa Peacock's probably my favorite. Also Donna Moore. Just name a few. And there was a few new ones there that I was like, oh, I gotta follow them. They're pretty cool. And you're just
Mhm.
like, all right, I'm gonna root for this one, and it got you into it. And then you started like seeing the other ones. Like I mean, heck, like Melissa Peacock. Whenever she weighs 185 and she deadlifts, and I weigh 210, and she deadlifts 300 pounds more than me, and like it's
Ridiculous.
crazy. She's also a Swiftie, which is why I'm a big fan of her. But yeah, like that was also like they were putting on a show.
Oh yeah.
Like
No, they were working. I mean, they were putting in the energy, like the
I
nose
they
bleeding and like really, really pushing it, which is
couple
really excellent.
couple times they were putting their body in a line in ways where I'm just like, you don't need to do that.
Right.
You yeah. Like,
But hey, I mean that's what they love, and
yeah,
yeah, it was a really exciting time as well.
it is. And then in
Yeah.
which case we went to work out again after a
Right.
quick dinner. Where did we eat that night?
That wasn't the German place, right? That
No,
was
that was the
Saturday.
next night. That was the bet. The German place was the bet.
That was right. That
Where
was
did we eat?
right. Huh.
Was it?
I'm blanking out,
I'm
man.
blanking out too. Because I'm thinking about the workout.
Oh, it was the Mediterranean place. The
Oh, that's right, my choice. Yeah, I chose
yeah,
Mediterranean.
right.
Yeah, so had some shawarma
It was good.
stuff. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
It felt good. Like I said,
It was
shawarma.
healthy.
Yeah, Mediterranean food isn't my favorite as far as flavor, which is what I was saying, but it always makes me feel great.
Right. Right.
So
Lots of veggies, very most easy to digest stuff.
yeah,
So
a
it was
little bit
good.
of hot sauce is pretty good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then yeah, we went to go work out again,
Right.
and we were also looking at a possible deadlift little mini game at the event. Like that
Oh,
225,
that's right. That's right.
but
Yeah.
we couldn't get the app to work to sign the waiver. So we're like, we'll do it
It
that
said
night. But I said, hey, listen, if we're doing that, I want to get the deadlift in tonight. So I hit my squat, hit my bench goal. I got to get my 405 deadlift for 2 reps.
hmm
So we're down in the powerlifting section. By the way, I have to shout out. Just like this is the best part about any gym. People are friendly. Strong people are
Yes.
friendly. The first night
Yes.
we met, we didn't ask their names.
We did not.
We know, so I can't
But
shout
we
them out.
kept running into them.
Yeah, kept running into them. Just two guys just lifting.
Yep.
It's fun to just be next to them and share the vibe and share the energy. They're very kind. And then this
Yep.
next night we met two other people. One of them was
Yep.
two. They were both pastors.
Hmm.
And we're just chatting
Awesome.
back
Like
and
there was
forth.
evangelists. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just two guys at Arnold working out, and then a full-time job as evangelists. Like, oh, that's cool.
yeah, and we're just cheering each other on our lifts. Like help,
Oh
like
my goodness. At some point, he just picked up the weight we were lifting and just like lifted it for reps. It's like,
oh
okay.
yeah, his deadlift was much stronger than ours.
Yeah. Yeah.
He made it look very light, but yeah. And here's the thing: we were coming into this. We were tired from last night. Neither one of us was probably really feeling strong, but like, no, I got to do this. And you're
Yeah.
coming with me on this journey.
That's right. That's right.
And we got through it. We got that 405 for 2.
Yep.
Um, Okay, did you go above that? I stopped. I was
I
gassed.
I did. I think I tried to go
You might, yeah.
heavier. I'm not sure if I got much heavier. I
I'm
don't
not.
think so.
Yeah, I remember you might have been you tried heavier. I'm not sure if
Yeah,
you got, but it doesn't matter.
I, I
It's
didn't get it. I didn't get whatever I tried. I'm not sure if I went heavier once or twice, but I failed at some point. I was like, nah, I'm not doing it.
yeah. Like we were both gassed, but like we hit the goal. I was
Oh, it was
excited.
good.
I forget what
Mhm.
did we do some triceps that night. We did
Yeah,
some.
that day, I think we did.
I think we just tried fun machines. I don't know if we had like a full plan after that.
Yeah, we did deadlifts, and I think we did upper body, bunch of upper body.
Yeah.
Oh, we did shoulders. Yeah, we did shoulders.
Hmm.
That was Friday, right?
Yeah, it's Friday.
That's a blur.
Yeah,
I think
Saturday
we just did upper body because Saturday we did shoulders and arms.
and a little bit of calves or something. Oh, we did no.
That's
We
right.
did the belt squat machine. Anyway,
We did
we're
that.
working
Yeah,
out.
it's
We're working
all
out.
blurred together.
We're working out the pros gym and a lot of stuff too. It's like, okay, we don't have the machine locally.
Oh my goodness.
We were just
Yes.
trying as much as we could. We are
Yeah.
semi focused on our plan, but like, yeah, we're having a good time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, yeah, we roll into the next day of the Arnold.
That's right.
We're beat up. We're feeling good though. Like it's a
Yes.
good sore. It's a good sore.
Yeah.
We go
Yes.
get
Yes. Yes.
another quick. Well, it wasn't the best breakfast because there was a coffee place I wanted to try. They didn't turn out having sandwiches. We just got
Coffee was good.
coffee
Coffee
was
was good.
great.
Yeah.
Roman goat. But the we just had bagels with cream cheese.
Yeah. It was the breakfast out of necessity. It wasn't
Yes.
out of choice.
But we realized we were getting tons of protein bars inside the venue, so
Exactly.
we got our protein
It worked out.
goals.
It worked out fine.
Yes. Um,
Yep.
which really the goal of that was to hit the other side of the venue before we went and watched the finals of the strongman again.
That's right. Yep. And I would say the expo was fun. You did your thing at one point. But yeah, it was just checking out more booths, getting more merch. I think that day, I believe that day we got
I bought so many shirts that day.
oh my goodness, can't remember his name now. Mitchell Hoopers.
Mitch Hooper, yeah.
His merch.
Yeah,
Got his
lift heavy, be kind, which is a great message.
oh my goodness, I love that. I've honestly I've heard of Mitchell Hooper, but I really haven't got to see much of him.
Hmm.
Uh, but yeah, it was I really kind of fell in love with his style and what he
Yeah,
promotes.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's super fun. And like while we were there, because we picked up some shirts, I picked up some short shorts, which I tried on, and I love them.
Yep. Yep.
Oh my goodness, like I want to buy more of them. They actually feel and fit good for short shorts. But the person selling to us at his booth was actually his
Yeah.
sister, which was kind of fun. So we're
Yep.
chatting, and congrats. I know he's never going to listen to this because we're a little podcast, but congrats, Mitchell Hooper, because he's a new father. Congrats to
Well,
your sister, who's a nice new aunt, and she managed to sell us the world. She would have sold me more if I had more money.
right. Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was really cool. It was really cool seeing the moose the whole time. Like I have to win this event for my 2-week-old daughter.
yeah,
I
yeah. So
have to.
him, yeah, and my wife at home, who's with my 2-week-old
Yeah.
daughter, because I had to leave.
Yep. Exactly. Exactly. And he did. He won it. He crushed it. So
He
it
he
was
did.
really cool.
Absolutely did. And then what's some other fun merch I got? We went to this Flex Comics. So I have a
Yeah, that was
char
fun.
I have a shirt of Charizard deadlifting.
Hmm.
Um I have a and this is much more poignant now that Akira Toriyama, the creator of Dragon Ball Z, just passed away. But I have a Vegeta deadlifting shirt, which yeah, that's a sad thing in the fitness end and just nerd end. Like that's the fitness nerd connection if you ever saw one. It's Dragon Ball Z, so rest in peace there. But and then a bunch of stickers, Pokemon themed, nerd themed. What did you pick up from there? Because you grabbed a few things too.
Oh, I think I just got a couple pins and stickers. I didn't get any merch from there because we talked about it. I have an overabundance of shirts.
Hmm.
I don't need shirts. But for the event, I picked up a few hoodies and sweatpants, just the
Nice.
different brands I like. Hmm.
Nice. Because I picked up a pin for my wife. I thought I picked up patches, unless they're still in the bag. I don't know where they're at. I thought I
Yeah,
grabbed. If not, I'll buy more. They were very reasonably priced, so
right. It wasn't too bad, and I'm sure they have a discount for the event too
sure, sure. But yeah,
next year.
next year.
That's right.
Um, Yeah, we watched the finish of the Strongman Strong Woman Classic. Got to see the was it American Jelly? Is that her name? The woman who
Uh,
won it.
I don't remember her. I don't remember her name, which is bad.
I'm gonna bring
You
it
know,
up. I'm bringing it up
yeah,
because well,
yeah, pick it up.
she was a new. She was an amateur
She was
right
new.
before,
She
so it
just
was great to
won.
see.
I'm not sure if she won or placed at amateur strongwoman last year. But she was it was first time at Arnold strongwoman,
Hmm.
and I know that they gave her she earned the nickname of babyface assassin
Yes.
at the event, which was very awesome.
All right. Angelica Jardine, strong
That,
woman underscore jelly on Instagram. But yeah,
that's right.
crushed it.
She did so well, and I just honestly, I just kind of really, 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 really liked her approach. Like she had a big cheesy smile, seemed so happy. When she
Hmm.
got the lift, she seemed happy. When she didn't get it, she was like still happy. You know, gave everybody a wave, bow down. Just very, like, very personable, very nice, and very strong. Very, very strong.
Yes, yes. I believe she is a from Hawaii because like she kept doing like this and
Kept
like
doing that.
I think seeing pictures of her lifting on Instagram. I think that's where she's from. I'm not sure, so I don't want to say that for sure. But yeah, super cool. She was just having a blast.
Mhm.
Um, and also like I said, the person I was rooting for, Melissa Peacock, was just out there like pushing hard and doing well. And then we got to see, and then here's the other thing too, like Sam Bellevue, she rocked up and did a world record on the dumbbell press for women.
That's right.
So
That's
we're
right. For
seeing,
reps too.
yeah, we're seeing world records on both of these events.
Oh,
Like
beating
five or
left and right.
six is crazy.
Yeah, it was awesome. And then people beat the world records that were just set new world records.
Yep,
It was a good time.
good. And then, you and I had this bet. We're watching the strong men.
That's right.
Martinez put out like his head and his heart weren't connected. So he kind of started falling off a little bit, but Mateus kept crushing it. So you definitely won this event because he placed higher. We knew that going in before the final event, but we weren't expecting is what you're about to tell me about Mateus.
That's right. So the last event of Arnold Strongman was it's hard to
It was
say
it
it
was a
was a multi event
it's a stone medley. That's what they call it.
stone medley, right? The first one was to lift the stone to chest and then press it overhead,
Yes, which
right?
was 300 some pounds.
It was 300 something pounds. I don't exactly remember 300 something pounds. Which
I think
let's talk about the next event.
I think it
The
was 310. Yeah,
next event was to
stone over
uh,
bar.
stone over bar, which was 400 something pounds. And the
Well,
last
I
event,
think it was like 380. It wasn't 400 yet. Because the last one was 400. Because it wasn't a Atlas stone. It was just an awkward stone.
that makes sense. Okay.
Yes,
And the last event was 400 pounds to shoulder arm bar.
410.
There we go.
And
There
it
we go.
was the stone is called Ode's tombstone for Ode Haugen. Because they've
Right.
used this in events before, and Mateus had the world record going into this as many
Five.
lifts. Yeah,
Right. Right. Now that's an odd stone because it has a flat.
all the stones are odd.
I think the first one was odd, but it was the least odd because it was circular.
It
It-
was yeah more egg shaped than anything else. Yeah.
right. All the other ones were awkwardly shaped, so you really have to find your grip and really place it right on your thighs, and then having a way to roll it on your shoulder. Right.
Hmm.
It was very interesting, but most people struggled with the first of the three events.
Yeah.
Right? Most people struggled with actually pushing the boulder overhead because it was circular. There was no flat grip, or there was nowhere to grip really.
Yeah.
So you had to hold it kind of like so and push it over your head.
Yeah. Now it wasn't like they weren't expecting an exact lockout, but like full
Right,
extension.
right.
Full
Your
extension.
lockout.
Yeah.
Your lockout. Right. Almost full extension. Yeah. And most people fail to do so.
Yes.
Right.
And
And
a lot of the strong people we thought failed to do so. That like
right.
I thought people were going to get through I thought almost every competitor was going to get through the first two no problem, and then the 410 was going to be their downfall.
Exactly.
Apparently, it's the first one because I think
The
only
first one was a really hard one for most people.
only 3 people made it to that 410-pound stone, which was Mitchell
Believe
Hooper.
so.
Technically, Novikov, he didn't lift it though.
Novikov.
He was hurt, and then
Yep.
obviously Matthias got there.
Yes, yep. Which is crazy by itself, right? And then Mateus made light work of it.
Yeah.
Because he pressed the boulder overhead. He pushed the boulder over the bar. And then, because he didn't know how many reps people are going to get with the boulder to shoulder, he does one, makes light work of it, has a little over a minute left.
Yep.
Does the second one, was harder, was more challenging,
Got it though.
and then waits.
Yeah, and you and I are
Waits.
talking like it's like I've watched a lot of strongmen, and you've watched a decent amount, but
I watched some. Yeah,
but like
not as
I'm
much as you.
always watching it.
Right.
And I'm just like, one's good, two's solid, three will guarantee him the win. So what does he do? He pushes for three.
He waits until almost the last second, because as long as you lift the boulder off as long as the boulder
Well,
is
no,
in
he
the-
gets the third. This is a fourth one on that last second. He lifted
did
it
three.
4. No, he did 4.
You sure?
I'm sure
I thought it was 3.
it was 4.
Okay, we can dispute that afterwards.
Okay.
Regardless, for the last rep, he waits until almost the last second, right?
As soon as it's moving, he's good.
Right. Lifts it off, but if you can't touch it back on the ground, right? So he lifts it off the floor, gets to his shoulder, and then you can drop it as soon as you're done with it, right?
Nah, he doesn't.
He holds it on his shoulder and flexes.
Yeah,
and I was like, "Let's go! I love you." It was awesome.
It was impressive.
That was the highlight of the event for me.
It's to me there was 2 highlights. That was one. And the
Mhm.
follow-up was whenever Mitchell Hooper got the Denny Stone world record, and he's walking with it, and he turns and faces us all with like that grin. Like, I'm not sure anyone here, like, I mean, don't do this because it's gonna hurt. But like, even if you're deadlifting like a couple 100 pounds, like say 225, the last thing I want to do is turn my head.
Turn your neck.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
cocky. That means that's light for you. So.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome. He was like, it was a call out to everybody else. Like, yeah, I am the king.
Yes, but Mitchell Hooper won the event, and then due to
did.
placings of that final event, Mateus took second.
He came. I think he was a shared 4th or a shared 5th.
I think he was shared 5th. He came up a lot with that event.
That's crazy. Yeah. The last because everybody else struggled so much, nobody was expecting it.
Yeah.
And he kind of crushed that event. That is definitely pushing into his strengths.
Yes.
It was awesome.
So it was great. You won the bet, which means that night we went to the Schnitz Beer and Sausage House, and I bought dinner.
Yep.
So that's going to be our bet every time. We choose a strongman, or if we're doing bodybuilding, like we just choose something. We bet on whatever we're watching. The loser buys Schmitz that place.
I love it.
Yeah, but that was good. Anything else to say about the Arnold that day? Oh, you know what we watched? We watched like what was it? A woman who was like 65 squat like 235 as a world record, just randomly walking by. Like, we got to pee, and we walked past this. I was like, holy shit, what's going on?
It was awesome. Yeah, there was a whole event for powerlifting, and there was a lot of older people, like my grandma's age, right? Or close to that, and just like 60, 70, just still lifting heavy weight. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
But let's talk about Schmitz real quick.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Schmitz was great.
Yes.
We basically, because I won,
you won a Bavarian. You were choosing. It wasn't like a planned thing. It's just I would buy your dinner wherever we went.
Right. And we looked at a few options, and apparently there's a whole German village in
Columbus.
Yeah. I was in Charleston recently, so I couldn't remember.
Oh yeah. You've been around a lot. Yeah. I've been
in Columbus.
Yeah.
And so there were a number of German places, but that was the only place ever I've seen that had over 10,000 reviews.
Right.
I've never seen a place like that.
And
it was like almost 5 stars.
Yeah, and we found out after the fact that Arnold goes there on occasion.
Right.
He has his own room. We're not going to see him, but
right.
And we chose the best spots, is what we're saying.
Yes, honestly. And so we went there. We just showed up with no expectation of preparation. An
hour and 20-minute wait.
An hour and 20-minute wait.
But they had a gift store where you bought me a magnet, which you still owe me, which is in your bag.
It's I have it. Don't worry about it.
It's fine. And then there was a little candy shop, so we bought stuff for friends and family.
Yep.
But boy, like I am still mad that I was not hungry that night.
Yeah. Like, you were not. You really didn't eat a whole lot. You had beer and like 80% of the meal, 70% of the meal?
Yeah, I mean, I try to get as much as the knockwurst as possible, but like I want to make sure next time when we go, like that Saturday, I'm gonna stop eating around like 3. So I can be starving when I go there because like that was
and
delicious.
Hopefully you win, so I have to buy all the food.
Exactly, yeah.
Right. Exactly. But it was a really good, cool place. Definitely worth the wait.
Yes.
Maybe call ahead of time next time and get a wait
for sure.
It was a really good experience. And after that, what did we do?
We went to the pros gym in Columbus.
Went to the pro gym. That was the hardest workout. That I was feeling tired and full, and it was late.
My
And
my lats were screaming because also
yeah,
we walked in, the first thing
your
we did,
lats were screaming. Right.
yeah, they're like, oh look, it's the tire deadlift we need to try. Let me just deadlift this for a few.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh, there's a T-bar row, and you were right. I misremembered this, but looking back at it, Kai Green was there that night,
Yes. Yes.
and he was next to us while we were on the T-bar row. And I remember looking over to him and him just giving me that little nod once. And my
Yep.
lat, like I should not be doing lats. My lats are like stop, stop, and I'm like, yeah, but Kai Green just looked at me, and gave me a nod. So it's just like bust out a bunch of reps. I think we
Yeah.
did some chests.
I think we did some arms that day as well.
Yeah, we did
Uh,
triceps because I was, and to be fair, I was being dragged through this. Like I was
yeah.
so tired, I was so done. But it's like one of those
Yeah.
hard workouts I'm gonna remember because it was so good, despite the
It
fact
was a
that I
good
was
workout.
so dead with it.
Yep. Yep. I was hitting a wall a couple times. Yeah, I remember you slapped my face. That
Oh
was
yeah, I
good.
remember yeah, one time after you were just like in your own head,
I
I
was
just
like, I'm
smacked
so
you.
tired, man, because I wasn't caffeinated. I was full. I was tired. You were like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and then at the end
Back
you
at
carried me because like I was just like tired.
yeah,
And
I
you're just
did.
like, just keep going. Oh,
Yep. Yep. Get it done. That was a good workout.
great workout, and especially because we went to bed that night because we're leaving Sunday, so we
Right.
woke up and we went to the gym first.
Again,
So let's
literally like I don't know, 9 hours after that, or we
yeah.
finished our last session.
Yeah, and we just did some fun stuff.
It was a lighter day. It was a
Yeah, we
lighter
did some
day.
cardio. I broke the treadmill.
Oh yeah, you did. That's something like right
Air
last minute of
Air
the session.
29 on the last like tenth of a mile.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
okay, so I'd switch
Uh,
machines.
I think we did a couple lifts. It wasn't a whole lot, maybe like two
Yeah.
or three. Just tried a couple new
We just
machines,
want
and
to
then
get our
just
money's worth that day. That's what that day
that's right.
was.
That's right. That's right. It was pretty empty that day. It was in the
But
morning.
there was someone there who was kind of cool. We got to meet later, which we'll talk about. A bodybuilder,
At the
Jared
gym.
Jared Feather.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
That's
but
right.
we
That's
met
right.
we met him later, and like him and I talked while you were talking to Dr.
Right. Right.
Mike.
Right. 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 Yep.
It
Yep.
was great. Finished that, went back to the hotel, showered, cleaned up, checked out because we were driving home afterwards. Went
Yep.
to the Arnold, had breakfast. I said,
It was a good, nice breakfast.
"Yep, chicken basket or something."
Uh-huh.
Um, we walked around the Arnold a little bit more. I think we bought some last minute deals, did a last
Right.
minute
Right.
like
There was some good
sweeps,
deals, some
spins, and
discounts.
yeah, and
Sure.
then
Sure.
said our goodbyes to a few folks we knew and headed
We
home.
watched. We watched World Breakers.
Oh, we did.
Yep.
Actually, I watched uh, like Mitchell Hooper and a couple of the guys that participated after that. Mitchell Hooper was planning to do more in the record breakers, but he actually got sick. Like he was just like so exhausted and
Uh,
like he could like
yeah.
so he only was able to do the one thing. Otherwise, he would have done more. But I mean that happens. Like
Right.
even if he wasn't sick, like if you lift heavy weights and go through something
That
like
heavy.
that, you feel like
Right.
you have the flu. It's just part of it.
Right.
Um,
Right.
but like I get it too. Like your body's beaten down and worn down. So,
Right.
but yeah, last day bought some
It was fun.
stuff and nice trip home. We were home by dinner.
That's right.
It's so
Yep.
good. It's so close.
It was so nice. It was nice that we left Sunday and didn't try to like leave Saturday or something.
Yeah, because we didn't have to rush. It's worth the extra time there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
It
yeah,
worked out really well.
yeah, around 2 we left. But what we'll do now is I'll bring up this little image here, and we'll talk about a few of the other people that we met along the way. I don't have pictures of
That's great.
everybody because we didn't take pictures with absolutely everybody.
Okay.
Um, so classic Kissick. I met him through
Garrett?
you.
Yep.
You want to talk about Garrett?
Yeah, no, Garrett is a really cool guy.
Mhm.
He is one of the athletes who has a sponsorship with
Rascal Apparel, which is great. I bought my
Yep.
nice little maidenless shirt. Feel good. It's a great
Yep.
shirt.
Yep.
Wish I
Yep.
bought
I got.
more actually. Those shirts fit really nice.
That's right. Oh, they're very nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy more Rascal shirts, I think.
Yes. Yes. They have cool design. I got a shirt from them as well. And yeah, he's a really cool guy. He's into Warhammer. It's really cool. If you
Yep.
want to check him out on Instagram, Classic Kissick.
Yeah, and I'm
It's
gonna
really
put this video will have
Well,
tons of links to Instagram accounts below
great.
of everybody I met, whether they're pictured or not, because they're just people
Great.
that inspire us. Like I'll run it by you, Alex, to make sure we get absolutely everybody.
Excellent. Excellent.
And
A
also
very
like
cool guy.
yeah, he's also into like video games too. So like him and I were
Yes.
talking like
Yeah.
about some Helldivers, some Stardew Valley and stuff. So like super cool dude. I was really happy to get the chance to meet him, and
Yeah.
yeah, I was mad because
Yeah,
like, why didn't you
he's
tell me
very
about this guy? He's great.
yeah, no, he's a very kind soul.
Yes,
He's very gentle as far as like the fitness community. He's very encouraging,
very positive.
and yeah, just a very very very
And
cool guy.
the
Just a
best
cool.
mustache you will ever find.
Oh my goodness, and he's a great physique, right? I mean that there's a reason why he's sponsored by Rascal,
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah. What's like one of those things like I've always saw him on because I follow Rascal. I've always seen him
Right,
on those, and then when I met him in person, I'm like, oh wait, it's all connecting now. Like you are jacked as fuck. Because I
right,
usually had a
right.
hoodie on and like shirts and stuff, so like the pump covers and all
Oh yeah,
that.
it was funny because he wasn't trying to show that he's jacked, but like, come
But
on,
then you'll
man.
see his legs, you're like, yeah, you're jacked.
Right, right.
All
But
right.
that was great. Got to meet him. Who else?
Yes.
Who else you have on the list?
Next up, this is one of my personal favorites, Huck Finn Barbell. The best redneck lifter dude I follow. He has a fun podcast. It's super chill. It's super good. He's very aggressive, as you see by the picture here, because he gave the middle finger. Um, but you know, he was very motivational for me. Super fun. He makes it fun. Um, definitely check him out. He's not for everybody, but he's for me. And I picked up a
Right.
shirt off him and like got the sleeves cut off. Like he's a cool Jack dude. Um, super happy to meet him. And actually, I'm excited because in the picture with me next to him, you can kind of see my bicep vein. That feels good. Feels good.
Ooh,
Yeah,
yeah,
I love
good.
good lighting in
Good,
that.
good, good lighting. Good lighting, man.
Yep,
The whole event had good lighting. It was
yep.
top.
Next up is another. I apologize because like I might have more pictures of my stuff here,
Take over.
but
Take over. You good.
Juji Mufu.
That's right.
And I got to meet his wife, Sam. She's always mentioned in videos. We never see her. She doesn't really want to be in there, but you always hear about it. And occasionally you might see her. And so, like, she was taking the pictures, which was cool because I got to talk to her before I met Juji. And, like, thank her for, like, hey, thank you for supporting him so he can inspire people like me. Because Juji was very important in my early fitness, like, when I got serious. Like, nutrition, motivation, education. He's a super kind soul, super jacked, very friendly, like, very, like, I waited in that line for quite a while
Yeah.
because he is very generous with his time, which is
Seems
surprising.
very down to earth.
Yeah. Um, but like I was so happy to meet him because like he's probably like my number one of like important for like influence through the early parts of my journey. And I still follow him. I still love the guy and his content, but like
Yeah.
it was such a good feeling to be able to sit there and like flex with him and like he wasn't shy, like arm around me, like we're doing the pose. It's great.
That's cool. That's really cool.
And then second will be his friend Joey Zatmary, Zat Strength, um, who I follow too. I found him through Juji. He actually used to own a gym. He lives in Pennsylvania
Mm,
somewhere. I think it's on the other side of the
that's right.
state.
That's right.
Strong as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Like he is the picture here doesn't do him justice. Go check out his Instagram. He's phenomenal. He's super cool, super down to earth. He had you'll see he has I gave him the little space marine that we built at the strongman
Right. That's right.
because he used to have a separate account. He doesn't really do it much anymore, but like he would post just interest. He kept it separate from his fitness stuff because it was a business related thing. And on one of them, I saw him. He was reading a Space Wolf book. So I'm like, 40K. So I'm like, he knew
You're
what
a
it
nerd.
was.
You're a nerd.
He knew what it was. Like, you're a nerd on some level. So I gave him the Space Marine. He was super
Right.
cool. He's like, that's awesome. And so he made sure he was in the picture.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah. So like, I got to meet the two top people who helped me. Like, and Joey, like Juji tends to be more um, entertainment focused,
Sure.
majority than not. Whereas Joey's a lot more knowledge focused.
Sure.
So like both of them combined, just like really, like they're the reasons. Like Joey especially is the reason I want to deadlift 500 pounds because like I see him doing like, damn, I want to do that.
Sure. Sure.
And then the next one, actually, I forgot to grab a picture of you with them, but you have a nice selfie on your Instagram. You should go. Dr. Mike Israeletti
Oh yeah.
and
That was really cool.
and Jared Feather.
Right.
And Jared is in the videos with Dr. Mike doing like he's like the demonstration type guy typically.
Right. 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 Right.
And this was the best part because like I know he was your guy, so I'll let you tell the story. Go right ahead of how we met them.
Right. So it was really cool because I think at some point earlier we're like it would be really cool to see Dr. Mike or meet Dr. Mike. I think it was earlier that day we talked about it
Yeah,
actually.
it was.
It was Sunday that we were working out. I was like, I think maybe you mentioned that Dr. Mike is here, and I
Well,
was
it's like
like,
like I think you
yeah.
pointed out that Jared was working across from us. You're like, oh yeah, he does that stuff. But
That's
we didn't want,
right. That's right.
but we didn't want to bother. He's like, no, even though there's
Well, he
people
was
here,
focused.
yeah, we're
Yeah.
not. No one's bothering anybody while they're working out, no matter how famous they are.
Right.
You're getting their
Right.
sets in, you're getting your work in.
Right, right. So we got our coffee, waited a while for coffee, which is funny how it worked out. We're walking down to get breakfast with our coffee, and I'm turning, and you're like, "Hey, Dr. Mike, you want to say hi?" And I was like, "What?"
Yeah, you're just like,
So,
yes.
yes, we beeline towards Dr. Mike, and I wasn't sure what's gonna happen. I was gonna hopefully just like shake his hand, say I appreciate your content, and move on. I'm sure they would like move on and be
Yeah, they're
busy, right?
very
Because
busy.
they
Yeah.
have places to go. But no, they stayed with us, and we talked for almost 10 minutes. I think it was a good while.
Yeah, it was fun. Like I followed Dr. Mike on Instagram, and it's like one of those things too. Or I followed him on YouTube, and it was just like, oh yeah, he's on Instagram. So I felt bad too. So I'm like following him on Instagram. It's like I followed you for years, just through different stuff. You consume his
Right,
content a lot more than I do, though.
right. No, he
Because
has such good content that's
yes,
easy to digest if you are. I wouldn't say it's completely beginner friendly,
yeah,
but if you are in the space for some time, it's very easy to digest the way he describes it.
yes, 100%.
It's so good. Him and Jeff Nippard made great
Yep.
content. I made a comment to him that like I really love when you guys collaborate. He's like, yeah, Jeff hates me.
Yeah,
So
I remember
it was
hearing
really
that.
funny. It was
Um,
really funny. But yeah, it was a really good time. And then
yeah, you and
it's
Doc, yeah, you and Dr. Mike made a connection, which was really funny because like that then it was like that moment of like you two talking and like and me and Jared looked at each other like we made a connection because you guys made a connection. It was just like because we're the two left out because
right,
you were
right.
speaking in your native tongues and we're just like, okay, let's just talk about something else together.
Yes,
It
yes.
was
And he,
fun. It
he
was
he
fun.
was he asked me if I have an accent. I was like, yes. And I'm like, Russian. And he's like, you speak? I'm like, and then I started speaking Russian. I'm like, da, я говорю по-русски. And then we spoke, on Russian for probably good 4 or 5 minutes.
Right. And me and Jared made fun of you both.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what we were talking about. I was like, does he do this often? He's like, yeah, as soon as he can, he can. I'm like, yeah, me too. And then I was telling him like, hey, have you noticed? Like I said, like my friend Alex, whenever he's talking to his mother, I can tell even if I don't know he's talking to his mother because his inflection changes, and he's just like Jared was like, oh yeah, like he could like. I'm like, yeah, you can still tell inflection. The inflections of talking to your mother or your significant other is always the same, no matter the
Yeah,
language. And it was just
yeah.
really
The
fun.
level of respect and like, yes, mom.
Yes, yes, and kindness.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but yeah, that I
That was
think
really cool. That was definitely one of the highlights for me, getting to chat with Dr. Mike.
yes, absolutely. And then someone you introduced me to, someone who's in charge of a whole event here.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, gee, okay. I
Yeah,
was supposed to show you the
after you,
pull down
he
picture.
you knew him
Yes,
first. So I would rather you talk about him first.
yes, yes. So Spencer, we've been talking on Instagram for a little over a year now,
Hmm.
and he's into Warhammer, but he is much more into medieval MMA. I believe also known as Bohurt, but I may
Hmm.
be butchering it. But I'll just say medieval MMA, which is a full
Armored,
equipped, armored,
blunted weapon
blunted
combat.
weapon MMA style fighting combat.
Yep.
Yeah, and I'm not exactly sure how scoring works, but somehow it works. And they had a whole big section for it. They had a whole arena with seating, people to
Hmm.
watch. We watched for a little bit as well while had some time in between different events and activities. It was very exciting, very cool to watch. And yeah, he was running the whole thing, which I did not even realize that was a thing. Every time we would message or he would tag me in a video, he would just mention like, "Hey, I would love if I ever come to Pittsburgh, uh, I would love to meet you." I'm like, yeah, that'd be awesome. That'd be
And
great.
we met in Columbus.
We met in Columbus, which
Yeah.
was very awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was running the whole event. The winners of the event got to like meet Arnold because he stopped in,
Yep.
which was really cool. But yeah, we got to meet him. Very good guy. Very
He's
passionate.
very handsome. That's a handsome man
Very
right there.
handsome. Very tall. Especially in the armor. I'm not sure what picture you have. Is it him in
I
the
have a
armor?
picture of us the first day where he's in his suit.
Okay. But in
Yeah.
the armor, oh my goodness, he's like a noble knight.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
And he's tall and strong. So
He
no, very
is.
cool guy. Big shout out to Spencer. Very kind.
Yeah.
Very
Simply Samurai, I believe, is his
good
his
samurai, I
Instagram.
believe
Yeah,
it
like I
is.
said, it'll be below, but like just to call it out.
Yes.
Yes, it was. I was thrilled because like you knew him, you were telling me about him, and I got to meet him. Super kind, very generous.
Great guy.
Yeah. And then the last one on my list of pictures, your noble beast.
Oh my goodness, that was so fun.
Yeah, he's such a cool dude. Like,
Yeah, how we ran into him too was great.
well, it's. I mean, we've known him through Instagram. Um, and we thought we saw him in the animal cage at the booth, and like we
Yes.
we were right, but like he was working, so we didn't want to bother him. And then we kept
Yep. Yeah.
missing each other.
Yeah.
And then like he in the powerlifting section of the pros gym, we put our names up because people just signed their name. Like Bum's there, Arnold's there, like so many people are there. So we put our names up, and he took a picture next to it. He's like, I hope to meet them in person, hopefully. And it was like
Yeah.
10 minutes later, we ran into him there.
Yeah. At the gym. That was great.
Yeah, it's super cool. hell of a guy. I was so happy, so strong.
Oh my goodness, very strong.
Yeah.
Very, you can tell just by looking at him, but obviously he's
But go
wrestling
check out
very.
Your Noble Beast is his Instagram.
Yes.
Go check that out. Like he does phenomenal stuff. I believe he does coaching too, especially on he does posing, he does strongman, he kind of does it all. Like I
Yeah.
forget where his gym exactly is at, but check out all his stuff. Like phenomenal human being,
Yeah.
one of the
Great guy.
nerds. Yeah, great person. So, and with that, that wraps up all my pictures. So I guess
Go.
to finish it off
Well done.
here, well done. Um, Getting to fist bump Novikov, Evan
Oh yeah.
Green, Mitch Hooper, uh, uh, and then Big Laws from Strongman. Like just see the size of these guys. It's like, oh, it's
Oh
so
my
good.
goodness, they're massive. They're
Yeah.
massive.
But did you?
But also realizing they're also like just like dudes and humans, right?
They just do, and that was the other thing too. Oh, actually, did you meet anybody else that maybe we haven't had mentioned in a picture for you? Just gave him a fist bump. That was all you needed.
Yeah, I think there's a few influencers who are just I just like their content.
Yeah.
Getting to meet some of them was pretty cool.
Nice.
Walking past Thor and
Yeah.
Matthias, seeing how gigantic of men they are. That
Yep.
was pretty cool.
Yep.
Just seeing some of those like people you look up to and you're inspired by in person. That's kind of a cool experience.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
All in all, just recap thoughts. My favorite part about the event is like one, going to the pros gym and just even when there's these huge names there, everybody's just putting in their work first, and then quick fist bump maybe at most, and then a few of them were able to like offer their time after for us to get pictures. But just in general, like they're just walking around with us. They're not shy. They're happy. They support the fans. They love the fans. We support them too. Like we buy their stuff. Um, and then just being in a room of thousands of people, every single person in there, more or less, were there to improve themselves,
That's right. That's
which
right.
is just
To
such a
learn.
motivating feeling.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really cool. And something that you brought up that is making me think of the experience with the event now is like both of us or neither of us felt like we didn't belong in that place.
Right. Yeah, I
Yeah, which is
actually
really cool.
I felt more comfortable in my body there than I did anywhere else, which is weird because like
Yeah,
I'm next to like these ripped people who are ripped beyond belief, and like they'll look at me and be like, "Oh yeah, you're a strong fucking dude." I'm like, "Hell yeah, I'm a strong fucking dude." Feels good.
yeah. Right. I worked out.
Yeah,
Yep.
and also, you got recognized 3 times. I got recognized once, kind of through you, but I'll take it.
Yeah, it was really neat.
Yeah,
I was going into it having no expectations, and a few people throughout the event were like, "Are you Fit Hammer?" I'm like, "I am Fit Hammer," and then shook their hand, took a picture. It was
yeah, it was good times. But yes, we have plenty of merch, plenty of protein, plenty of creatine. I still have so much caffeine in the fridge.
fun.
S-
So many energy drinks. I don't
Yeah,
think I've actually drank one. Maybe I had one, but yeah, like I need to take a break from caffeine after that weekend. That was
I
a
had
lot.
one because I went to even though we worked out Sunday 4 days in a row. I worked out Monday, so I did 5 days in a row. I took one for that. It was needed,
Okay.
but I haven't. I'll probably have one tomorrow for my first one because we're gonna do a little afternoon gym session or morning gym
Right.
session. But yeah, great
Yeah.
event.
It was
Absolutely.
awesome. Definitely going next year.
Yeah, it's every year. I'm gonna say this. Everyone gonna hate me. I told Alex this. I think this was better than the Warhammer event.
There was no being hungover.
Yeah.
We didn't miss any gym sessions. We didn't miss our protein goal. I mean, it was pretty fun still, and yeah, I don't know.
Yes,
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
we didn't get to play any Warhammer, which was the only
Right,
downside. But
right.
also, like, I wasn't mentally exhausted by the end of the day, having going 0-3. So
Yeah,
I mean, it's
yeah. I know.
it's a hot
I know.
take, terrible hot take.
Yeah, but I mean, it was fun. It was fun in a different way. I mean, I still Warhammer events are different, but also like keep in mind like the ratio of Warhammer events to Strongman events we go
It's
to or to
very,
fitness events.
yeah,
So like this does feel more special. I'm sure if we went to 10 Warhammer events a
if
year
I went to
and
Adepticon every year and that was it, Adepticon would be
right,
so much more bigger in my mind. Whereas opposed to,
exactly, exactly.
yeah,
But it
it's
was very special. And I mean, I don't
yes,
see myself going to a whole bunch of fitness events a year. So if Arnold is the only one, I am very, very happy with that.
yes, 100%. That's a good way to phrase it and put it in perspective.
That's right.
Before we close out here and give you one last chance to shout out your stuff, Alex, we have a small format change coming to the podcast. I told everybody to save it for the end. So Neil's still going to be around, so do not worry. Actually, I forgot to put up your picture of Fethammer again. There it is. But and part of it's because like the Arnold, we were talking about this on the way to and from, because this is the strength hammer content, and Neil doesn't have as much time or care for the fitness side as say I do, and you are even more so. Like you consume a lot more because it's also tied to your business.
Sure.
So I was like, okay, well you can't commit to an hour and a half podcast, so and that wasn't gonna happen anyway because I don't think that's because then it would be me, you, and Neil. It'd be weird to be like, how do I balance that? That's hard on a
Sure.
podcast.
Sure.
But I said, what if we do two smaller podcasts combined into one big podcast where we first is me and you weekly. We'll talk about what we're finding in the fitness end of things, just our workouts, well, maybe a little bit of hobby. And then Neil and I will tackle the Warhammer end and kind of combine it to be a true strength hammer podcast where we talk about fitness and Warhammer.
I
And
love it.
occasionally it might work out where Alex does the whole thing, or Alex can't, so we get Neil to do the whole thing, or we have both of you on it. It's going to be interesting. Or one day you'll both just kick me out and take it over. You'll still force me to edit.
Yeah, just Neil and I, and that's it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But like I said, and that's just going to be on the podcast. Alex does have his own YouTube channel. He's done a little bit of stuff with it. It kind of like, I mean, I'm not gonna blame you because like how many false starts did this channel have? So I look forward to you doing that as you can, but check it out.
Mhm.
It's fit_hammer on YouTube. I'll
Fit
link it
underscore hammer.
below as well.
All right, all right.
But yeah, there'll be like I said, there'll be the usual content for me where it's like my thoughts and random stuff, vlogs, travel vlogs and stuff, and then the podcast, whether it's in the next one or the one shortly after, once we get timing and schedules down, will be
Sure.
me and Alex talking in the front, and then me and Neil talking in the back, and it'll just be fitness
Love
in the
it.
front, Warhammer in the back. Will be the weirdest mullet you've ever seen.
I love that. I love
All right,
that.
Alex,
Can't
dude,
wait.
please shout out your stuff one more time, even though it's linked down below.
Yes. FitHammer on Instagram and FitHammer on YouTube. I don't do as much content there. Eventually we'll get there, so I want to place it out there. I made a few videos in the past if you want to check them out. But most of my content I do is on Instagram. I have a Patreon, also FitHammer. If you want to workout programs, it's a nice way to support me. But keep in mind, like I release free workout programs every month.
Yep.
I've sent out workout programs. My goal is not to make a whole lot of money from it. It's just an opportunity for people to support me. But if you want a free workout program, I do a free one every month, and they're often beginner oriented. So yeah, reach out to FitHammer on Instagram if you have any questions there. Or if you just want other cool content. I do some entertainment and a lot of educational posts as well.
Yep. And as always, you can find me at strength_hammer. But
Right.
listen, links down below. But for now, everybody out there, let's see if Alex remembers the outro. He's watched it enough. Everybody out there, happy hobbying and
Stay Stormcast strong.
yeah.